with Dr. Marcia. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce her. Dr. Marcia is a doctor of physical therapy, Black Spoonie, and powerlifting strong woman from South Florida. She is the owner of app Move with Marcia, which provides both free and affordable resources to help people move better through mobility exercises and yoga. Marcia also co-hosts the Disabled Girls Who Lift podcast. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Marcia for today's yoga class. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction and bringing me on. So happy to be here. Real quick, the armless chair, just make sure that if you are on a carpet or tile, it won't slide around because we're going to use it as a prop. We're going to start standing and then move to the ground and lean on it throughout. So make sure that if you're carpet or tile, it doesn't slide around. If you're using a yoga mat, make sure all four corners of the chair are on the yoga mat, then it won't slip. If you're having trouble, then scoot against the wall, maybe figure that out. I'll give you a couple minutes to get ready. And then also just so I can gauge how much I should instruct or describe the poses, it would be awesome if when you get back near the computer or whatever device you're using, just type real quick in the chat, I'm new to yoga, I'm a beginner at yoga, or I'm familiar with yoga, just so I know. And if you happen to be familiar with yoga, then you'll know the names of the poses and the things that we're doing. So for example, thank you, Amy. For example, if you find that we're doing sun salutations with the chair and you're like, I got this, then do your thing. So there's nothing about me that makes me better than you. We're practicing together. I have some ideas. If you're familiar, you might know what you need to do. Oh, another PT. Oh, hello. Mostly Pilates. Pilates is awesome. I love Pilates. All right, so we have a good mix. So I'll do my best to kind of start with the chair, move through with the chair. And again, if you know the pose and you know how your body works with it, you want to do something different, do something different. You're more than welcome. If at any time something is like, ouch, stop. If any time you're just uncomfortable and you're like, I'm not sure, then that depends. But if you feel a sharp, immediate pain, please pull out of it. And of course, have the water nearby. If you have a yoga mat or whatever floor surface, and you know sometimes your knees on the ground get a little achy, that's when the cushion, the pillow, the blankets will come in handy. So I know for me, some days I get on the ground and my knees are like, what are we doing here? And I roll a towel underneath. So if that is you, that's what that is for. The blocks and the straps, we'll figure it out as we move along. So I'm gonna move my chair back and get ready. Hopefully y'all are doing the same. I think we're pretty much done with the answers. Let's see. I did scroll a little bit. And we are recording today. You might be in the recording if your camera's on. We're figuring that out. But either way, if you don't feel comfortable having your camera on for whatever reason, I don't care why. You don't have to tell anybody. If it just works for you better off, leave it off. Don't worry about it. Not a big deal. Because at the end of the day, today is about you all. You spent the whole week saving the world, saving your workplaces and all that good stuff. But today is your gentle reminder that you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to save your own body too. You only have one, and it's going to carry you throughout. So don't forget to take care of yourself. So hopefully today we have some fun, figure out new things for the new folks, maybe explore different positions for the familiar folks, but either way, just take this time for you. Oh, I'm gonna get ready, move back. Strap nearby, in case I need that. All right, and since I can't see everyone, just in case think I'll give everyone another minute to make sure their chair situation is good. And we'll start standing, facing the chair. I'll give you another minute just in case. Move that over. All right, about 10 more seconds. So yoga in its truest form, the roots of yoga are really honestly for all bodies and super accessible. So if you find a yoga practice that doesn't work for you, that's just that yoga practice doesn't work for you. There's tons of ways to move and do it. Well, hopefully, if you're new to yoga, this will help you explore that. So let's start. The first step is always grounding and getting yourself here. I don't know what coast you're on. Maybe you just woke up. Maybe you're about to start and do something else with your day. Either way, let's make sure we're here. So we're standing, feet could be together, toes touching, or a little bit of space if you don't have the balance. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears, back, down. Palms are facing forward. And just look straight ahead. Try to make your chin parallel with the ground. Just take a couple of breaths. No pressure, just a couple of breaths. Maybe take this time to think about how you feel. Achy anywhere, sleepy, you're awake. Now we're going to get into trying to control the breath. And this is called the Ujjayi breath. It'll sound like an ocean wave. So first we'll practice inhaling through your nose and making a big belly inhale. So in an ideal world, you don't lift your chest to breathe, you lift only through the diaphragm. So inhale and then exhale. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. All right, let's try the warrior breath. So you're going to inhale the same way. But when you exhale, it's going to be like you're fogging a mirror, but you keep your mouth closed. So inhale, big belly breath. Exhale, like you're fogging a mirror, mouth closed. And it should be loud, audible. Hear it. Again. Let's do one more. And that's the breath we're going to do with every movement. Every movement comes with a breath. And if you find yourself having trouble coordinating it, take a step back and try to get back to it. So let's inhale, the arms up. Exhale, hands together. Thumb to your chest, pray your hands. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, pray your hands again. This time I want you to squeeze your hands together like you're squishing a watermelon and hold it. Keep breathing. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale, drop the hands. We're back in our starting position, which is mountain pose. Let's do a couple of wrist circles. Next inhale, switch directions. Let's warm up the hands a bit because we're going to put weight on them. So inhale, open the hands, squeeze them open like so. Exhale, make a fist squeeze. One more time. Inhale, hands open. Exhale, squeeze them in. Inhale, hands open. Exhale, this time make like a little duck bill. Inhale, Inhale, hands open. Exhale, little duck bill. Next exhale, shake the hands out. And lay them down at your side. Let's inhale, arms up. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist. Exhale, bend over to the right. Wherever you get, we're still looking forward, hips are still forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Switch your hands. So left hand is grabbing right wrist. Exhale, lean to the left, open up the left. Go as far as you want. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to the chest and down. Now we're going to go for our first sun salutation using the chair. So if you know how to do them, feeling pretty confident, skip the chair. If you're new, then follow along. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to chair, forward fold. You can dip your head down. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, put your hands either flat on the chair or on the side. Step back. So we're doing a bit of a plank. So how far back you put your feet is how much weight you put on your hands. So this is different than back here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, look up. Doing a bit of upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, roll back, flat feet on the ground. Push your butt towards the ceiling, downward facing dog. We're gonna hang out here for a couple of breaths. Try to relax your head, maybe shake it around if you're like, what am I doing? Try to relax, look in between your feet. If you're bendy like me, you might have to pay attention to your knees. Don't hyperextend, a little bend. One more breath here. Then we're gonna roll back up. Inhale. Exhale, roll back up. If you get dizzy, sometimes it's easier to look one spot, and as I'm rolling up, I'm still looking. I'm up, I'm getting acclimated, and then I shift my gaze. Sometimes that works for me. Inhale, exhale. So feet can be toes touching or just close. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, sink into a chair. And right now we are not going for a twerk team, so we're not here. Pull that belly in nice and flat. Maybe later, but not right now. We're holding it for another breath. If you're having trouble here, you can use the chair to help you out. Inhale. Exhale. Drop down to a forward fold. And if you move your arms and legs around throughout the whole thing, it's cool. We all have different proportions. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Hang out here for another breath. Inhale, roll up. Let's go to the plank. Exhale, look up, chest up, upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sink back into it. So let's hang out for 2 breaths. Let's inhale. Exhale, roll back up. And let's do our mountain pose. And let's work on a little balance before we hit the ground. So I'll get a little closer to my chair. And if you happen to be by a wall, you can hold on to the wall if you need to. But we're going to inhale from here, hands to hips. Or if you know you'll probably be all right with balance, hands up. And then we're going to exhale, place the foot on the chair. So we're going for a modified head to knee. So head to knee would be me holding the foot, legs straight, bending forward. And we can get it right here. If you're feeling pretty good, keep breathing. Try to go tiptoes on the chair or lift the foot off. We're going to do 3 more breaths. And if you're feeling like, oh, this is a bit much, come out of it, shake it out, come back up. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Twist and open. And try to look at your right thumb back there. Don't let this hand drop just because you're not looking at it. Do one quick breath here. Inhale. Arms back up. Exhale. Hands to hips, right foot down. Let's switch sides. So here, here, maybe one hand on the wall, whatever works. Inhale. Exhale. Get that foot up. Find your position. 3 breaths. Again, you're welcome to play around with it. Inhale. Exhale, twist towards the left. Now we're looking at the left thumb. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to hips. Left foot down. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to chair, forward fold. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, step back to that plank. Inhale, look up, little upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's hang out here for 2 breaths and we'll hit the ground. So this is the part where if you know your knees might be achy when you hit the ground, put a blanket right here. Inhale. Exhale, get down to the ground, however you get. So maybe you just drop the knees. Don't really care, just get down here. We're here. So let's work on a little low lunge. Make sure you have space on the side of the chair. And we can start hands on the chair. We're lined up a little bit off to the right. So inhale. Exhale, make sure you pull that belly towards the spine. Lift that foot up. Inhale, keep the hands here. Maybe play around here. Maybe one is up. Then exhale, sink forward a little bit. Still paying attention to that belly button into spine. Bracing and breathing. So this is a back bend, but I'm not just going to fall into it. Solid. We're here. 2 more breaths. So find a comfortable hand position. Let's play around with the twists in this low lunge. So maybe you're here, here, down here. And we're going to inhale. Exhale, peel open. Inhale, come back in. We're going to do 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale, peel open. Inhale back in. One more. Exhale, peel open. Inhale back in. Exhale. Inhale, straighten up a little bit. Exhale, drop the right knee down. We're going to switch sides, so scoot yourself over. If you're in a tight spot, move the chair where you need to. Let's do the other side so we know what's coming. Inhale, big belly breath. Exhale, brace, breathe. This is solid. And then I lift my leg. Inhale, make sure I'm nice and ready still. Exhale, sink in and play around with the hand position. So if you're familiar, you know you're good to go. Go all the way down. Maybe go back here, look up, whatever feels good. Let's do 2 more breaths. 1 more, and then we'll play around with twists. All right, so find your hand position, whether you're holding here, top, here, and we'll twist. Also make sure your knee doesn't twist with you. Knees facing forward. Inhale. Exhale. Twist. Inhale back in. Exhale. Twist. Inhale back in. Last one. Exhale. Twist. Inhale back in. Exhale, whatever hand position. Inhale. Exhale. Left knee meets the right. Let's go to the middle of the chair. Open up your knees, toes together. Sink back for child's pose. If deep knee bends are not your thing, towels, bolster, pillow cushion in between, and then sit back. So you can stay here, scoot forward, or you can go for the floor. We're going to hold it for 3 breaths. Inhale, when you're ready, come back up. And go to the lunge position and play around with going from low lunge to high lunge with the chair. So scoot yourself over. We're going to do right leg forward. Inhale, big belly breath. Exhale, squeeze that belly in. Lift the foot. So hands could be up here, down here. I'll show you first what I mean. You'll tuck the back leg and come up. So if I'm leaning on the chair can help me. So find whichever way does that for you. Maybe you need a little taller, spin the chair around if you have to. Or if you're steady here, try it here. So find your position. Inhale. Exhale, push up. So now we're in a high lunge. If you know you're familiar with this, go ahead and leave the hands. You become up. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. We'll try 1 more and then switch sides. Inhale. Exhale, take a little breather in between. Inhale, push up. And again, if you've been here before, just go for it. Try to keep this knee over the ankle so we're not way up here, somewhere down here. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. Untuck that toe. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, right knee down. Let's get ready for the other side. Inhale, big belly breath. Brace, breathe. Exhale. Left foot forward. Find your hand placement. So maybe I'll try it down here this time. Tuck the toe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. We'll take a breath and then go for it again. In and out. Next inhale, if you're ready, tuck that toe. Inhale. Lift. And again, if you know you're good for it, go for it. Hands up. Or maybe play around. Maybe take one hand up. Exhale, lower down with control. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, left knee down to the ground. Scoot over, center yourself with the chair. If you flipped your chair around and did something different, bring it back. Inhale, and push back to child's pose. And you can also play around with, since you're using a chair, elbows, clasp your hands. You can stay here, or you can attempt to put your head through or forehead on the chair. Whatever's comfortable. We're going to take about 5 breaths. Next inhale, roll back up. Get your knees under you. Catch your breath if you need still. Let's work on some half splits. So we're still doing that offset thing. We're going for the right leg. Let me go on the side of my chair. Inhale. Exhale, scoot that right leg forward, but this time I'm going to keep scooting my foot. So maybe you just get here. You might not be able to see my foot, but my toes are pointing up. And my alignment's actually not great. So let me scoot over. There we go. So maybe you're bent here. Well, doesn't matter. What matters is both hips are facing forward, toe is pointing up, shoulders are square. Use the chair wherever it feels good. Take a couple breaths. So we're going to do 2 breaths up here without adding anything. Now we're going to do 3 more breaths and see if on every exhale you could fold a little bit. So inhale, nice and tall. Exhale. Maybe try your hands here. Inhale. Exhale. Or maybe you don't go anywhere. Who cares? One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Come on back up. Take your time. Exhale. Right knee meets the left. Let's get ready for the other side. So inhale, shoulders are square, hips forward, belly is squeezing. Exhale, place that left foot up, scoot till your heel's on the ground, toes are up. So if you need to keep your knee bent, that's fine. Biggest thing is this is straight. So 2 breaths, not going to add anything. And 3 more, let's see if we could go for it. Inhale, exhale, lean into it if you can. One more breath. Inhale, take your time, scoot out a bit. Exhale, left knee meets the right. Scoot over. Inhale, straighten up. Maybe you got some wiggles in you gotta get out. And exhale, child's pose again. Let's do about 3 more breaths. Next inhale, come on up. And then exhale, drop down on your butt. Sit, undo legs in front of you. So if just sitting straight legs in front of you is trouble, like maybe you're here, turn around and lean against the wall, or stuff something under your knees so you have support and you can focus on this part, whatever works. So let's do some forward folds. We're going to do head to knee in the sitting. So we're here, chairs on top. If you're familiar and you're good, move it. Inhale, exhale. We're going to slide the right foot, rotate it out. So your right foot can be on your calf or your thigh, not on your knee. And then inhale, straighten up. Maybe your arms come up. And then exhale, use your muscles to lean forward, then put your hands down. So I got the chair here helping me out. Or if you've been here before, go for your calf, ankle, foot. We're going to hold it for about 5 breaths. So find what is comfortable. And you're welcome to try out the same idea, 2 breaths. Don't do anything, get used to it. Then on the next 3, try to get deeper every inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, straighten the right foot. Inhale, straighten up, make sure you're comfortable. Exhale, if you have to help your left foot get up, help it. So calf or thigh, not the knee. And let's inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold forward, then put your hands down. So even if you can get all the way down here, use your muscles first. Don't use your hands and pull down. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, roll yourself up, straighten up. Exhale, both legs are straight or a little bent with cushions underneath. Let's do forward fold with both legs straight. So same concept. Inhale, arms up, straighten up, get tall. Exhale, squeeze and pull yourself down with your muscles. Then put your hands down. Chair, maybe you get down to the legs. Maybe you get down to your feet. And we'll do the same thing, 5 breaths. And you can play around with getting deeper every exhale or just staying where you are. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, sit back up nice and tall. Exhale, put your hands back behind you, feet flat on the floor. And you can scoot closer to the chair, or you could do this without the chair. We're gonna lay on our backs and do some hip stretches. So we're gonna get here. This is what I mean by you can do it with or without the chair, because you can do up here or just stick to the floor. But before we get ahead of ourselves, get comfortable. We're flat on our backs. Inhale the right knee to your chest. Hug it, love it. It's a great knee, great job leg. Exhale and place right ankle on top of the left thigh. So we're here. And if you want to try out on your next exhale, putting the foot up, you can try that out. Or you can use your own hands and hold the leg. Whichever option sounds like a good idea to you. We're going to stick to the 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hug that right knee again. Drop that left foot down if it was up. And exhale, try to bring this knee over and twist. So the wall's in my way. I'm gonna have to scoot over. We're here. Exhale and twist. Maybe your knee gets to the ground, maybe it doesn't. You keep that hand here, straighten this arm. You could do cactus arms. You could do hands on your belly, both arms straight, whatever feels good for right now. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, come back to center. Maybe you help your leg up, or maybe you just boop, perk back up. Whatever works for you. Inhale, one last hug for that right leg. Great job, leg. Exhale, right foot meets the left. Inhale, left knee to chest. Can't leave that one out. Hug it, love it. And try to pick the same variation you chose for the other legs. If you stayed down here and did this, do that again. If you went up here, if you lifted behind, try to do the same thing. So inhale, exhale, place that left ankle on the right thigh. Inhale and lift if you went for a lift, or if you grabbed in between. Exhale, 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, hug that left knee. Exhale, drop that right foot down if you had it up. Inhale. Exhale. Now let's twist. Pull that left knee over towards the right. Play around with your hands. Get comfortable. 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, come back up. Inhale, hug that left knee in. Maybe get some ankle circles in if you feel like it. Exhale, left foot meets the right. Now we're going to get into the hamstrings again, and this is where the strap, belt, or maybe you have a super thick resistance band that doesn't stretch easily, might come in handy. So we're going to inhale, reach behind the right thigh, lift it up. Exhale, use your muscles to squeeze your legs. So maybe you only get here, you're tight. Who cares? Maybe get all the way up. Either way, find where you get. Try to do it actively. And then if you feel like you need to add a strap around your foot. But still squeeze and actively pull your leg straight. Let's do 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. If you have the strap, switch to only the right hand. If you're still behind here, switch to only the right hand. Inhale. Exhale. Try to let your right foot open to the side. So if you lift up your other butt cheek off the ground, you went too far, wherever you get. And this is where the strap can still come in handy, so I can give myself some leverage and keep myself planted. If you don't get that far, no worries. 5 breaths wherever you are. If you're under here without the strap, you can support yourself still. And this leg is still squeezing itself straight. 3 more breaths. Inhale, bring that back in. Exhale, right foot down to the floor. Switch sides. Inhale, reach behind the left. Exhale, squeeze that leg. Get wherever you get. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And if you need a little help, this is where the strap comes in handy again. Maybe bring the leg back down to put the strap on, that's fine. Get comfortable. 5 breaths. Keep going, I just have to spin around because the wall will be in my way. All right, maybe we're on 2 more breaths. Last breath, inhale. Exhale. Now inhale, switch to just the left hand. Here, if you have the strap, if you're without the strap here, open up to the side on your next exhale. Again, if you're lifting this side up, you've gone too far. This knee is straight up in the air as this leg comes out. Wherever you got, 5 breaths. Inhale, bring that leg back up. Take the strap, if you have it, off. Exhale, left foot meets the right. So stay where you are. I'm going to spin around again. So we opened with a little centering and getting ourselves ready. Same idea for ending. bring it all in and together. So we're here. You have options for corpse pose Savasana. You can stay here if this is comfortable. You can do straight legs and let your toes fall out. Back of the hands on the ground. Or since you have the chair already, you could play around with putting your feet up. And if you have to scoot around, figure it out. Scoot around and figure it out. So pick your poison. Bent knees, straight knees, or feet up. So if you're not sure, play around with all of them and see which one feels good. Then we can do hands on your belly and your heart, or hands flat on the ground, palms facing up. So corpse pose, just a time to, the same way you checked in with yourself, like, how do I feel? Okay, I'm getting ready to focus. Same idea. So we're closing it out. Okay, how did I feel? What worked? What didn't? What felt kind of good? What felt kind of ugh? You don't have to close your eyes. You can just find one thing to look at and stare at it. So believe it or not, closing the eyes will make more anxiety for some folks. So do whatever feels good. Stare, close your eyes, put a towel over your face. Who cares? Practice is for you. You do you. So we're going to cool out for about a little under 10 minutes. I'm going to stop talking. You're on your own. If you happen to fall asleep, we'll wake you up. But otherwise, just think about your practice. If you got any negative, bad vibes coming your way, just let them float. They're just clouds in the sky. You don't have to worry about the big ocean breath anymore. Just breathe normally. All right, let's start getting ready to get back up. Maybe squeeze your toes, couple ankle circles. Squeeze your fingers. If your eyes were closed, blink them open. Maybe roll your head side to side. Take a deep breath in and reach your arms over your head, big stretch. If your feet are up or straight, come back to feet flat on the ground. No pressure on the pace. Take your time. Roll on your side. And when you're ready, pop back up. Again, no pressure on the pacing. Take your time. Yes. All right, wherever you are, I'm up here sitting. Maybe you're sitting with me. Maybe you're still making your way up. Take your time. Well, that is pretty much it for today. So hopefully you're feeling good. Feeling like you took care of yourself today. And drinking water. I'm gonna drink my water. You're welcome.
All right. Yes. Thank you, everyone, for attending today's yoga class. I know I'm feeling almost could have fallen asleep there at the end. So thank you. And I could have. I can hear people are like mowing their lawn and doing gardening stuff outside. So I can hear that noise. So it wouldn't let me fall asleep. But other than that, I was very calm and relaxed. And I hope everyone else is feeling that way too. And be sure to check out Dr. Marcia at Move with Marcia. And yeah, thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I'm on Instagram and YouTube. And you're welcome to reach out to me personally if you have questions about anything that went on today, or if you're like, oh, what else could I do, or whatever, I don't care. You'll find me, Move with Marcia, Instagram and YouTube. You're welcome, everyone. So take your time, drink some water. And I'm sure APHA will let you know wherever they post it or however that works. So you can come back to this if you want to.
Yes, we will let you know about the recording once that's ready. All right, yeah, that's all we have for you. So have a great Sunday and yeah, bye everyone.